This is my first time shooting a video out in public, so I'm kind of nervous as I'm out here. It was never supposed to happen fast. A lot of us get wrapped up in the idea of success happening a lot faster for us because we're fed with inspirational quotes. We see the stories of our friends or the people on the internet reaching success super fast, and we think, why isn't it happening to me? When is it gonna be my turn? And that makes people run into the problem too often of accelerated instant gratification. So they look for things that are going to ease the pain of it not happening fast. They're gonna look for small wins like the dopamine you get from Instagram likes. They're gonna look for small wins like going out and spending money that they shouldn't be spending and going to bars and parties and things like that to get the dopamine rush of feeling successful, the vacations and all of that kind of stuff. Don't get it twisted. I think it's important to celebrate, take vacations when possible, celebrate with your family, go out and do what you gotta do. But it's also important for people to understand the sacrifices that have to be made, the time and the effort that has to be put in to reach the goals that you want. I'm at the grocery store right now, just finished on my workout. Came to grab a little bit of juice, grab a little bit of protein. But I really want to emphasize this idea that it doesn't need to happen fast. It took me 3 months of preparing to get into a self-improvement routine. It then took me 6 months to get into the self-improvement routine. And after the 6 months, it took another 6 months to lock in the self-improvement routine that then taught me how to get into a business stacking habit routine, which helped me build more business, which helped me improve my functionality, and it helped me become a better communicator and decide how I wanted to put myself out into the world to help others. But the main thing that I learned over those constant months of self-improvement and reiterating the different things that I was working on was that I had this idea in my head that it was supposed to happen immediately. I had this crazy thought that I'm like, since I tried for so long for 30 days, I should be successful. We see these overnight successes and don't realize they're not overnight. It took years of hard work, months of hard work, so much time for them to become the people that they are. But since we see these things as, sorry, I'm looking to see which juice got the least sugar. I told y'all, no more sugar. Okay. But since we see all these things we start to compare ourselves. Comparison is the thief of joy, man. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. If you guys are familiar with the quote, comparison is the thief of joy. And if you let yourself get into the rhythm of constantly comparing yourself, it's gonna make self-improvement feel impossible because you're gonna be constantly looking left and right to see what your progress looks like compared to the people that have a completely different life than you. And it's the same thing the other way around. A lot of people tend to try to keep up with the Joneses. You know, you see this guy going out all the time and hanging out with the girls, or you see these people hanging out all the time buying bottles and whatnot. They're buying sneakers, they got BMWs, and then you want to try to keep up with them. You want to try to go out and do all this other stuff, not realizing how much time and effort that they might have put in to stack to get to that point in their life. So one thing that's important to understand is if you think that it's supposed to happen fast, it's never going to happen to you. Put your time in, trust the process, let yourself go through the motions, let yourself go through the trials, let yourself go through the failures that are gonna be inevitable in the process. And then from there, your time will come. This is my first time shooting a video out in public, so I'm kind of nervous as I'm out here. The one thing that I realized though about shooting in public is like, no one's gonna say anything. Like nobody really cares. And this is all part of me shooting every day because I told y'all, the only way that I'm gonna get the audience that I want and help you guys is by getting more reps in, by showing up more, showing you guys who I am, showing you guys me going through my own process, so you guys can really understand that it wasn't supposed to happen fast. But when it comes to shooting in public even, the reason I was so nervous is because, or the funny thing about it, what I realized about shooting in public is, one, people are just gonna think you're on FaceTime or you're talking to yourself. And two, what are people gonna say about you shooting? It's not like I'm getting anybody in it. I'm minding my business, just trying to shop. So there's really no reason to be nervous about these things. You just have to understand your intention. Don't go out there and try to mess with anybody's day or anything. But y'all are shopping with me as I look for some sugar-free apple juice, some organic apple juice, apple and Eve. What you guys think about apple and Eve? Let me tell you guys what my worst enemy is. These gummy bears right here, the best gummies in the world. They even said it on the title, Albanese, world's best. But those things had me in a chokehold, man. I'm telling you, I would eat a pack at least once a week, minimum. And now that I'm on this like much less sugar diet, as one might call it, it's made me realize how much that shit was really like slowing me down. Like, why did I feel the need to have candy before I go to sleep? Crazy. But like I told you, it took me 3 months to condition and get into self-improvement. That was my 75-day hard. It then took me 6 months to get into a self-improvement journey that had me going to the gym and really preparing to do the things the way I wanted to. And then after that, it took me 6 more months to figure out how I wanted to run my business and how I wanted to get myself out there in the world and creating YouTube videos. I've been on YouTube since February 2024, consistently, and we're not gonna stop now because I'm here to tell my story, to help you tell your story so that we can make history. Now, I need to get back to grocery shopping. I'll see you guys tomorrow because right now, you guys are making me walk up and down an aisle because I'm too distracted shooting this video and I'm forgetting what I want. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.